so many loud screams trying to stitch other people on.
Those Arsenal and Chelsea players should be ashamed of themselves. Danny Murphy is right. It was embarrassing. The amount of screaming going on for tackles in that game where people pretending to be injured, throwing their arms up in the air. I'll tell you this, back in the 80s and the 90s, when a player put his arm up in the air after he'd been tackled because he was on the ground, that meant he had a broken leg. But now these players, especially for the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea, they do it all the time, and Murphy is dead on. It was completely embarrassing. Yeah, back in COVID, you could hear players screaming on the pitch pretending to be fouled because there was no crowd. But when you can hear it now, when there are 50,000 people in the crowd, and you can hear it through the cameras, that just shows how embarrassing it was. And what a surprise. None of those players for Arsenal or Chelsea were properly injured, yet they all, it seemed like they all did anyway, at least 4 or 5 of them screamed when they were tackled. Shameful. Honestly, I think it's something that should be wiped out from the game. They should bring in a rule that if you go over and you scream and you roll on the ground, you're off the pitch for 5 minutes, no matter what happens. And you will see so quickly then how few injuries are actually properly players being injured. You would see it straight away, and it would take the pressure off the referees. This is something that has to be brought in, and pundits like Danny Murphy and ex-players who have an audience, they can help get this happening, because really it is making referees look stupid. And once again, it's another thing that is stopping the ball from being in play. This is the worst thing that's happening in football at the moment, is the people who pay so much money to go and watch Premier League games, they're hardly getting to see the ball in play at all, because players are rolling around, screaming, pretending to be injured, the ball's out of play, they're taking ages over long throws, over corners, and it is dampening the entertainment of the game. This has to change. Otherwise, the money will stop seeping into the Premier League. They're already losing so much money from fake fire sticks as it is. The broadcasters have to do something about this as well. It's shameful.